Welcome to episode 23. Yeah. Willie, unmuted. You there?
I'm unmuted.
I'm wearing my Mistborn cloak.
What you got on there? What you got on there, Alan?
I decided to throw my Mistborn cloak on. I got one now, so I got these strings going everywhere, but that makes it tough to drink alcohol. But hey, what's up, guys?
It looks good. That's all that matters.
Thank you. A little hood, I can get that kind of like mysterious.
Love it.
Yeah, I figure since doing costume reads, I'll throw it on real fast. Got the rest of the outfit over there.
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah.
I dig it a lot.
Should be fun. Why not wear it on stream, right?
I saw the cane.
Oh, the cane's there every week. Yeah, it's always there. It's always there. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody in chat good?
What's up,
yeah. Okay, I've got some people in chat. No, I live. Pythos is alive. He lives.
Yes.
He survives. Are you drinking tonight, Pythos? There will be no cocktail wars tonight because Londo's not going to be here. Unfortunately, he's on a plane to the great land of Norway or somewhere. Getting some daggers too. Oh, nice. Am I getting some daggers? No, I am not getting daggers. And I cannot explain
not
why.
Yet, anyways.
Because it'd be spoilers. Yeah,
good
glass
question.
daggers would be cool though. Yeah. Have to check those out. Sounds good. How's things going with you, Will? How's your week been?
Good. I saw Skeeter's comment about not even liking because of Londo's comment earlier. So I just went through and literally liked as many videos as I could because I realized I'd be a hypocrite if I was talking shit back. So I just went and liked as many videos as I could on the Bill Reed's YouTube page. So everybody who's watching right now, I'd appreciate it if everybody did the same because it's really easy. You just click back. It's,
and just hit like, yeah. And then you can hit that magical subscribe button too. It's really cool and helps out the algorithm gods. They love subscriptions. Sorry if my voice is a bit froggy. I've been having an allergy attack. Plus, I just woke up. So those two things added together make for a very what's going on right now. Will called me at literally 2 minutes before 9 o'clock saying like, "Hey, are you coming?" And I was like, "Oh crap!" And we're down here and just put this together real fast. So hi guys. Alan's been drinking.
It's gonna be a fun one.
It's gonna be a fun show tonight. Yeah. Nah. So when your next door neighbor's like, "Hey, come on over for some drinks and watch some football," and there was no football but a lot of whiskey.
Whiskey.
I'm drinking beer now because we had lots of whiskey over there. But
well, I'm on the whiskey train.
There you go.
Woodford Reserve Pythos.
Which one?
Woodford Reserve.
Cool. Yeah, I had a bunch of whiskeys I never had. They always have he had a bunch of his whiskey friends over. So they had, I didn't even know. Barrel was the name. The name of the company was Barrel, and I don't even know what the name of the whiskey was. But then there's a Maker's Mark 20-year-old special barrel that was import. It was a Maker's Mark 1. They had a couple other ones. Blanton's. Yeah, it was fun. They had lots of good stuff.
Blanton. Nice. I like Blanton's a lot.
I think he has some Blanton's Gold. That's a lottery item now. But yeah. So
wow.
Fun times. Yeah, in Virginia we have a lottery system for alcohol. Leave it to Virginia. So for
Blanton's really hard to get.
Yeah, for really hard to get alcohol, like Blanton's or Pappy's or different types of really rare whiskeys, you have to actually enter into a lottery. And you randomly get
Tara and I went to our liquor store in preparation for this weekend because my mom was in town. And we found a couple bottles of wine. We got a couple of Bordeaux's. And then I go back because the Bordeaux we got didn't have a barcode. We didn't know how much it was, and we scanned it, and I was like, yeah, it's too much. So I went to put it back, and then I found the secret whiskey stash in this liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
And they had 50 different bottles of Whistle Pig and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there glancing at it, and Tara's like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here because she knows I'm about to find a $100 bottle of whiskey. And she's like, get out of here now.
Yeah.
No. So I'm gonna go back there soon. Tara, if you're listening, don't listen.
No, she says she subscribed, so she is in chat. So there you go.
I know she's here.
Ramble on. It's the name of the Juicy Indian IPA. Juicy IPA. Not hazy, juicy. Very juicy. That's what I'm drinking right now. So this is brought to you by Star Hill, local brewery out of Charlottesville, Virginia. The Negroni train. Yeah, nice. I haven't had a good Negroni since actually Elend came over last time. Let's see. Him and his wife came over to have dinner with us. He came over and brought mixers to make a good gin Negroni with us, which was fantastic.
Todd loves a good Negroni.
Yeah.
We'll show up at the golf course. He's got a Yeti full of Negroni.
Yeah. So that's been my weekend so far. It was drinking, but yeah, and I was, like I said, had allergy attack all day today. So 'tis the season. Like I woke up this morning like feeling like I was dead, and
same here, man. Actually,
took some antihistamines for the allergies, and I feel a little better, but it also knocks you out. So this could be a fun show. But we are finishing part 2 tonight. So without further ado, let's jump right in because we got a lot to cover. Because chapter 25, it's a doozy. Let's go shopping, guys. You ready? You're going shopping.
Let's go shopping.
Because that's what we're doing. So you ever seen those? You ever seen those videos? Like, I'm not trying to bash this book. I actually do love this book for its own, right? Because I like all Sanderson. But someone made a video where it's like, tell me your favorite, like, what's your favorite Brandon Sanderson book says about you? You ever seen those videos? And like, it's just like, this one is you're a child. This one means you're this. This one means you're that. Like, it just had different things. And it got to this book. Well, so she goes, you're lying if you say this is your favorite book. Like, oh, hate on the Hill Ascension. I don't know anyone that says Hill Ascension is a favorite book, but Alan's drunk thoughts coming out tonight.
Anyway, we're going shopping.
We're going shopping. Yeah. Let me get to where we are in the shopping book part of the book. I know I'm scrambling and making a bunch of different noise. But Tindrell, she comes and is like, Lady Van, let's go get yourself something to wear for this meeting that we're gonna have with Straffy Boy. So look at dresses. What you thought about we start right into that.
The fact that Vin and Auriel, or whatever her name is, Aurianne, I think it might be.
Yeah.
The fact that they're sharing a wagon or whatever, vehicle to get to the shopping adventure is interesting in and of itself because like they're clearly like polar opposites.
Yeah.
Putting them in a tight location like that, it's recipe for disaster. So that was my first initial thought there is like, oh, you got these two girls going shopping. Like, okay, this should be interesting.
Yeah. It's just interesting because, this is the way that Arden acts, or Alarian acts around Vin. It's just funny. Just like, oh, you're a ska. Like, this must be so different. It's like, I've worn dresses before, you bitch. It's not.
She's real quick to shut her down.
Yeah.
There's a point also where Ariane looks and she's like, wait, like, you're also a Mistborn, aren't you? Like, you're an Hellmancer, right?
Yeah.
She's like, so like, what are you? And she's like super questioning of her entire background. And I got vibes here of, it reminded me a lot of Lady Kliss. If you remember Lady Kliss from the first book.
Yeah.
I put a note down on this about Ariane coming out as like this like Southern charmer, acting like she's kind of dumb, kind of ditzy, like doesn't really know a lot about the world other than like the noble society. And I was like, wait, hold on. We've seen this before, Lady Kliss. And then Lady Kliss came out and blew my mind as a Mistborn as well. So that was like, I bookmarked that one as like, Ariana. How do you say her name? Ariane?
Ariana? Ariana? I don't know.
Ariana. Let's go. That sounds good.
Let's go with that.
Ariana.
Yeah. Someone would correct
Ariana.
Sure.
I was. So
all the oxen free. All the oxen free.
I'm just gonna put a bookmark in her she might be a sleeper.
Okay.
She comes off as really arrogant and kind of stupid and like privileged right now. But I'm just gonna put a bookmark in that we might have a Lady Cliff situation where she comes back later
Okay.
as kind of a sleeper. So that was I took away there.
Yeah, I mean,
by this
she has this like her name's pronounced useless.
useless.
That's how her name's pronounced. So yeah,
We'll
I mean,
go with that.
it's yeah. When she brings the Elementor thing, it's just great. She's like, "Oh right, you're an Elementor." If there's, and she's like, "What thing?" She goes, "That you killed the Lord Ruler, and you're kind of well, a bit rickety."
Yeah.
A bit rickety.
Rickety.
I mean, dangerous. Yeah, dangerous. She's like, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
Yeah.
it's dangerous. I'm gonna kill you. Like, and Tangible's just like, keep it together, guys. Like,
Yeah, Tindall's like the peacekeeper there.
yeah. Yeah, and then they go on further, and this is when she reveals she's Scotch. She's like, "Oh, what? Did you grow up far from court?" She goes, "I'm not noble. I'm Scotch." She like pales, and she's like, "Oh, poor thing." Like,
You poor child. Bless your soul.
Yeah, you're Scotch. So, he's like, I've worn a dress before. Don't leave me alone.
She goes, Breezy is Scott too.
Yeah. So I guess you guys aren't all bad.
It's a good thing he didn't tell my father.
Yeah. So eventually they get to Kenton Street, where it's the high fashion. It's like, what's the street in New York that's like the big shopping street? Madison Avenue?
Broadway?
No, I think it's Madison Avenue. I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a long time since
there's
I've been
multiple.
Yeah. Anyway, so they get there, and yeah, I mean, I guess there's more conversation, but is this anything worthwhile? Oh wait, we get to the topic of Tendril bringing up marrying
Elend. When they got there, they noticed like what the food was selling for. I made a note about that, and that all the like a box of aging apples cost 5 boxings, which I guess was their way of showing that you're paying an exorbitant amount of money for aged food, which is a sign of the siege that they're under.
Yeah,
that was kind of the transition point. Is like they get to the shopping district and they're like, "Wait, we're paying how much for these shitty apples? Like, wait, what? Yeah. Hold on." So I was like, "Oh man, fuck the siege. We're under war. Don't forget, we're going shopping right now."
Yeah, it reminds me of like, I mean, there's restaurants that make like really good food, but then there's restaurants that try to be edgy and they charge you a whole lot for like really crap. Like I went to a restaurant, it was like really, really, really like a high end restaurant, and they're like, it's like, and yes, we have a ramen of the day. I was like, a ramen of the day, and they're like, yeah, it's ramen noodles, and today we have it with egg and spam, and I was like.
And it's only $22.95.
Yeah, it's only $22. I'm like, you give me ramen, spam, and egg for $20. Like, but it's a fancy restaurant.
I can get cup noodle for $1.
I can make that whole entire meal for $1. Like, the profit margins were spam and eggs and ramen for $25. I'm like, and this is ridiculous. No.
Yeah. Let's go dress shopping.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so they go I guess down the street, and of course Useless, as we're calling her, all y'all Oxenfree is like super eager to go shop for dresses. Finn's not. And they get in, and they start meeting with, I guess, the seamstress, or the whatever you want to call her. Looking at the room full of colors and fabrics and everything like that. And this is when Tendril is like, so you and Elend. She's like,
yeah, she really starts to dig in on the whole marriage situation there. And Ben is like,
not having it. The topic is not your concern.
It's like, I can't marry this guy because he liked me when I was acting as someone else. I was acting as a noblewoman, which is who I'm not.
Right.
And I don't know that I should marry a guy who likes me for somebody that I'm not. I put a note there that basically Vin doesn't want to marry Ellen because she's in a who am I conflict. She's trying to figure out who the hell she is. She's like not accepting this noble woman status, even though she has it.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, this has been a conflict with Vid for books. Like now we can say books because we're in 2 books. But yeah, I mean, who is she? Like,
who am I?
Who am I? And that's, I mean, yes, that's a common teenage struggle. So, yeah, I guess maybe even an adult struggle. I'm in my 40s. I don't know who I am, but so.
Yeah, let's be honest. Come on. I mean,
let's be honest.
Jackie Chan.
I woke up
the
2
movie
minutes
with Jackie Chan
before I started this podcast. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. All right, I'm wearing a Mistborn cloak on a Sunday night, drinking beer. All right.
Yes. Winning.
Deep thoughts with Alan tonight. What did you say about Jackie Chan?
What movie was it? God, it's like a Jackie Chan fan. No, it's
Brooklyn Rumble, Rumble the Bronx.
It's set in Tokyo. It's set in Japan, and he is like he's one of those guys that has had his memory wiped, and he can't remember who he is because he was like infiltrated with the government. And the quote, he's like, "Who am I? Who am I?" Fuck, I'll look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it obscure Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan, probably. It's called Who Am I?
Oh, there you go.
That's actually the name of the movie.
Okay, Who Am I?
Fuck me. Go check it out. It's really good.
So there's this line he gives. I can't remember the name of the movie, but the name, but it's Who Am I?
So this book was based off Jackie Chan.
Who Am I?
In case somebody was wondering.
Okay.
Yeah, Todd just said, I think it's literally Who Am I? Thanks, Todd.
Thanks. Woo, we're having a fun night tonight. That's
where Vin is at. She's trying to figure out who she is. She's in a conflict. She's either a noblewoman or she's a ska.
Right.
She wants to be with Elend. She's gonna have to figure that shit out.
Yeah, and not to have emo goth zany boy Billy Zane whispering things in her ear later that just we'll get to that. But yeah, she's torn, she's conflicted, and says he can't marry me. He loves you, child. Twindle said. She's like, I'm wrong for him. Ah, I see. Anyway, so it goes on and on saying, I can't. I know I'm in love with him, but I can't marry him.
And Vin after that says, is this what it's all about? You're trying to turn me into a queen for Elend. And Tyndall says, no, child. I wish to help you turn into whoever you are. I want to make you whoever you are. And basically it's like, just figure out who you are. Figure out who you want to be and go with that.
Yeah. And she brings up all the other Oxenfree, and says, like, are you trying to turn me into her? It's like, no. But, she's more than you think. People are complex. Like, it's just a little bit, kind of, people are more than they first appear. You're going to always have first impressions of everyone, but people are always more deep. And that's a true statement for anyone. I mean, just, whenever you meet someone for the first time, you're going to put a first impression on them, and they're going to be more than what you think they are. Sometimes you're going to be less than what you think they are, but it's not going to be the same thing as your first impression.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, so they say.
Life 101.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and she even goes on to kind of talking up, your king is a humble scholar and thinker. Yeah, he's a scholar and a gentleman. Yeah. So, thoughts about all of this? talk?
It's just a lot of conflict. A lot of Tendwell is like poking the bear.
Yeah.
I think Tendwell wants the best for that relationship, but her mission is to come in and make Elend be a confident king and leader. But she also notices that Elend has a deep love for Vin, and therefore it also becomes her mission to make Vin figure out what the hell she's doing. It's either you're with Elend, you're with not, and that's why she keeps asking Vin, "What's the status here? What's your plan? Because this guy loves you. What are you gonna do? What's your plan?" And I think Tendwell is starting to realize, Vin's conflicted. Vin doesn't know what she wants. And Tendwell, I think Tendwell's just trying to do what's best for everybody. I mean, she's a Sazed in a sense. She is a terrorist person. She wants to move the agenda or the society forward, and she's seeing that Vin is kind of conflicted, and you can only help someone so much, right? And Vin is just being Vin because she's got things to figure out, man. So it's an interesting way to start a shopping spree as they go into this like dress store. They're having these conversations.
Yeah,
it's like, getting real deep. This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, and of course, Vin they pull up one dress. She tries it on. She's like, "I like it. Do you have it in black?" And Tinder was like, "No blacks. like where's some killer girl? Yeah, this in black." Yeah. It's like the Wednesday Addams. Definitely a vibe for Vin right now. Like
more black.
I just want this in black. I don't want any color. So finally convinces her, but then you find out actually that the dressmaker also is definitely making these dresses for Mistborn, which is pretty cool. Like the dress is actually built for her. Like be able not to restrict movement, has hidden like dagger compartments in her sleeves for daggers and all sorts of fun stuff. So pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah. She's got vial sleeves.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that like as soon as like Vin puts the dress on, the dressmaker is like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and do a spin for us, show it off." And like Vin spins around super gracefully, and the dressmaker is like, "I've never seen anybody move so well." Like, and like it's thoughts of when she was back in the ballrooms, like, and she could be a noblewoman. She could fit that part. But she just doesn't accept it because the dressmaker's like, "Dude, I've had so many people come in here and try on dresses, and nobody's moved like that. You know what you're doing. Rock it, girl." And it's like, "Yeah, whatever. You got anything black? I need less sleeves. I need something I can move around to kill people in. What you got?"
What you got? Exactly. And then after all of that, trying the dresses on, Spook shows up. He strolls over. And he's kind of being a little bitter too. It's like, why are you so popular all the time? Because there's people now have gathered outside. Looks outside. There's a crowd that have gathered outside at the store because they've heard that Lady Vin is there. And Spook's kind of bitter about it. It's like, why are you popular? Wasn't me supposed to be wasn't popular? It's like I did kill their guys. Like I helped too. He's like, I even got a nickname from Killser himself that nobody cares about, little old Spook. And Vince is like, okay, we got to go. Let's find a way out the back. Like I don't want to go there. And Twindle's like, why not talk to your people? And she's like, that's not who I am. Like I'm not here to talk to people. And it's like, I'm not trying to give a false hope, like that kind of stuff. And Angel's like, no, this is exactly what you need to do. You struck down Lord Roller. You need to get out there and talk to your people. So, thoughts about this?
You struck down Lord Ruler. You were trained by the Survivor, and you're the King's consort. Like, if anybody knows it, it's you.
Yeah, and you need to quit hiding from people. Like, you need to go talk to the people. Yeah. So she goes out to talk to the crowd, which doesn't start that well. She tries using a little bit of allomancy to soothe the crowd and things like that, but they're just kind of like, there's a giant army outside. Like, what are you guys doing to help us? Because it looks like we're doomed and we're all going to die. So, like, how are you going to help us? And how's Ellen going to help us? And, Vince is kind of like, hey, Ellen and I are doing our best. A voice yells out, the king is going to surrender. I heard it. He's going to trade the city. Ellen's going to trade the city for his life. Like, no, he's not. Blah, blah, he's a politician. And finally, Vin flares. Allomancer is just like, stop. Pushes back brass and steel on everyone. So flares the soothing metal and pushes everybody's buttons back a little bit, and then kind of just has a speech moment.
As soon as I pointed out here that like Vin walked out, right? She walks out, and the people want to see Vin. They're curious about Vin because she killed the Lord Ruler. She was trained by the survivor of Hathsin.
Yeah, she's a killer queen with lesbian.
Can we play that right now?
Copyright? No. This is YouTube. It'll shut us down so fast if you play copyrighted music.
She's a killer queen. I'll just sing it.
Yeah, you can sing it. Yeah, but you can't actually play it. Otherwise, YouTube shuts you down. Yeah.
Fuck you, YouTube.
If he gets connected,
she goes out. Sorry. Bingo.
Bingo. Oh, you got it.
The people want to hear from her. She killed the Lord Ruler. She was trained by Kel, aka the survivor of Hathsin. The people are looking to her like, hey, what's the answer? And she goes out and she's like, we're gonna be fine, we're fine. Then she starts saying, Ellen, our king is going to save us. I've got his back, blah blah. And that's when the people they start questioning. They're like, no, he does not deserve to rule. And what it comes down to is the people are like, Ellen, he doesn't have the juice. He doesn't have what it takes. They don't believe in Ellen. And I was thinking to myself, if Vin would just go out and say, guys, I got this. It's me. It's up to me. They'd be like, all right, cool. Yeah, we believe in you. But she goes, no, I think Ellen's going to be fine. I got his back, blah, blah. They believe in Vin. They don't believe in Ellen. That's my theory right now.
Yeah.
And she starts going on to Ellen, and basically the people start going, well, fuck that. I don't think Ellen's going to do anything. And she's like, and she panics and she goes back into the store and she's like, nope, I'm not for it. And that's the end of the scene.
Right.
If it had been Vin going, I got it under control. Yes, Ellen is king, but I'm really the power behind the scenes here. They'd have been like,
right,
cool, girl, we got you. We believe that. But she was like, nah, Ellen's got it. It's just a different story. And she panicked, went back in the store.
Yep.
There it was.
I mean, she's not really.
So, yeah.
That's not her strong suit. It's talking to crowds and to being the leader.
Yeah.
That's never been strong suit. Her strong suit is kicking ass and taking names, not quelling people and soothing people and being a breeze or even a politician. Her strong suit is I'm gonna kick your ass.
Get the job done.
So it is put out of her element for sure. But nonetheless, we switched point of view. So anything from all this before we switch to Elend?
No, I mean, it was a good try. I think Tyndall pushed her out to, try to soothe the crowd. And that was enough for a test for Vin.
Vin
the fact that she went out.
Period. There you go.
Exactly.
She just does. She just gets shit. She gets shit done. She doesn't need to talk. She's just like, all right, we're just gonna get it done.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Ellen scrambles to the top of the city wall. With his trusty dueling cane. Another dueling cane reference. You know, yeah, it gets to the top of the wall, and yeah, archers, he yells, because Straff's men, there's a large group of them, you know, charging towards the gate with a battering ram. This ain't good. The siege has begun, it looks like, you know, and a little skirmish begins, you know, like there are lives lost on both sides during this. I mean, there's a volley of arrows that comes through. Yeah, this was our captain. One captain managed to give a pathetic volley of arrows. Didn't do much good. Some arrows hit his men. You know, and Ellen's just kind of like, sees the rammers coming in, the thugs, and Vin shows up as well, getting ready to jump off the wall and wreck shit as Vin does. And Clubs comes in. It's like, stop. Wait, Vin. And Vin's like, why? Like, I need to stop this. He goes, no,
Wait. They say that moment, they're like, they'd never heard Clubs speak in such a tone that was like the tone of a general. And that was it. That was all they said. But that little moment there stuck out to me a lot. I just wanted to point that out before we gloss over it. Clubs. When he fucking speaks, and Elando, if you're listening, I don't know if you are, but I know Clubs is your boy. Clubs fucking showed up right here big time.
Yeah, he did. He's like, this is a false flag. This is a fake charge. Just a test. Yeah, they're out putting up scaling ladders. It wasn't an actual attack. You got a wobbly lightsaber? What's going on?
Tara just brought me. I texted her and asked me to bring me whiskey, and she also brought a lightsaber. So.
Oh, nice.
Love my wife.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a lightsaber and whiskey. When you do it fast in front of the camera, it looks it looks wobbly. Awesome. Whiskey's always good.
Sorry, Clubs.
Yeah, Clubs. Yeah, so no scaling ladders. It's just a test. It's common in warfare, to do a test run. But the fact that they can get to the gates and that without suffering hardly any losses at all means, we failed the test.
Yeah, I was. I was super unhappy for the performance here because they failed the test big time. They were all panicking. They were all like, "What do we do? Oh my god, fuck, it's happening!"
Right, and the fact that the battering rams got to the walls and actually took a few hits on the gate, like, just shows everything. Like, if they'd seen a full frontal siege, they weren't ready.
They're fucked.
They're fucked. And even Elend thinks is like, that's basically the message sent. I can take the city anytime I want. It's mine, no matter what you do. Remember that. That's what the text said, and that's the final words from this chapter.
That was the message. Yep, and it was pretty clear.
Yeah. So, do you think Elend has a? I mean, well, you've read the rest of this, obviously, but at this point, did you think Elend had any leg to stand on going to meet with Straff with the meeting set?
No, I mean, he had a leg to stand on before that happened, but when that happened, he was going in with kind of a peg leg, kind of a, oh shit, yeah, you just did that, but we're still gonna come in. Hello, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anything from this chapter before we move on to chapter 26?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Chapter 26. He was forced into war by misunderstanding, and always claimed he was no warrior. Yet he came to fight as well as any man. This little inscribes every single one. These are all short now. There's just little like things about, I think the previous chapter was he fathered no children, and yet the land became his progeny. So anyway, so we start this with Osir sitting on his haunches saying, this is not a good idea, Vin. Like, yeah, and Vin's is like, I don't think this is the only way. We got to go meet with Straff, and he's like, yeah. Osir's like, yeah, no, this is not good. You should call this off. And Vince kind of shrugging aside, like, oh, it wasn't a serious attack. You know, we can still go meet with them. It's not a big deal. And Osiris kind of sees through this. He's like, no, like, this is bad. Like, you have no negotiating skill at all going into this. Nothing. So, thoughts on this opening scene, this little conversation?
No.
No. Okay, cool.
No. I mean, not really. They also go into like the status of Luthadel, which I mean, but no. Other than that, Osir's just like, this is stupid. Don't do it. And I'm kind of with Osir.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nobody would have questioned the idea of Kelsier entering enemy camp to negotiate, but everyone's questioning Elend. You know, he's comparing it to Kelsier and everything like that. And at some point, he turns to Osier and says, "You're not coming with me." I think it's a little bit further, but which the Conjurer's like, okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was that the first like 3 pages were all about why it's a stupid idea. I thought the one note that I made was just furthering kind of the status of Luthadel right now and how it's like they're getting to like they're backed into a wall, like metaphorically, I guess.
Right.
It says like only a few weeks of being besieged, the city was already strained near to breaking. Food was terribly expensive. Elend had been forced to open the city's stockpiles. The people were on edge. Some few thought the attack had been a victory for Luthadel. It was a good sign that the army had been repelled. So some people were like, "Oh yeah, we did good. We like fended off the first wave, like no problem."
Yeah.
And behind the scenes, you realize like you have no food. You're on the stockpiles. You're on the last reserves of food. Like this is a shit show. And Osir's like, it's a bad idea. This is our last defense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my opinion is the plan has always been to go meet with Straff. And Osir, I think Osir is like looking out for himself before anybody else. Like he doesn't care about the plan. He's like, I just want to survive. Which doesn't even make sense because the dude just lives off antler bags.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
and Vin tells him like, yeah, you look suspicious if I bring my pet dog with me. So no, you're staying here. Like, sorry.
Yeah, that was the reasoning. She was like, I don't need that attitude around me. Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. And then we quickly switch to like Ham telling Elle like, you know, like just basically like, you know, you should send someone else, or not necessarily send someone else, but just like we should hold off. And Ellen's like, I'm the only one that can go. Like, I can manipulate my father. I know my father. I'm the only one that can do this. And Vince is like, all right, like, I guess. And of course, Ellen's like, stop, call me Elle, call me Elend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full name, please.
Full name, please. I am your king.
He's like, it's progress, even though Tendwell was like, I prefer
Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Yep. Yeah.
This is where also on page 305 where we learned about like how the dress was actually like custom tailored.
Yeah. We didn't learn that
dress.
There's a letter that came with the dress. I forgot that they didn't actually
explain like well, it was cool though. I mean, regardless of spoilers, I mean, talks about how it's got little slits for vials. She's basically, I keep talking about the Matrix. She's basically Neo with fucking Uzis and, you know, fucking P45s in the trench coat, just laying waste. She's ready to go. She's ready for
there's like a dagger on every single one of these strips. There's a dagger hidden inside there. It's just, you know,
she's like, I look good, but I'm even more prepared for battle.
I got this.
So look at all this room for flexibility here.
Don't forget about the activities. You go in the back and just, you know, pull out a dually cane just right out the back and just
yeah. I like how you just like flex your miscloak tassels there too.
Yeah, you know, that's how you do it. You can pull the hood up, you know, just If it just do email, I can do
Good.
Zane misclick, where you just do one eye kind of thing. Just like
Perfect.
Yeah. Anyways, so Billy Zanel. Where were we? Yeah, so him and Ella talking. Dawson shows up. Yeah, basically like it's time to go. Let's get in the carriage. Let's ride. Yeah, Vin shows up as well, and Ham's shocked. Vin, you're wearing a dress. What'd you expect, Ham? I'm going to meet with the king of the Northern Dominance. Think I'm going to wear trousers? Yeah. So, any thoughts of this little, conversation before we head into the Edge Lord Mistborn? Yeah, thank you, Zool, for the Billy Zane reference there.
I mean, I don't know how far you are, but there's a part where Vin just has to be Vin and talks about how uncomfortable she is in these like really fancy clothes.
Yeah.
And it's like you just can't help but notice like Vin doesn't like being more than she quote unquote is.
Right.
She doesn't like being in these fancy clothes when you can't help but like think the chapter before when she's trying the clothes on and she's like kind of excited to like get back to where she was going to these balls and all the keeps and all the where she was on a mission for Kel and team to go infiltrate the noble society, and like now she's like I don't know if I like being in these dresses, like
yeah,
it doesn't feel like me, I'm less than that.
She says this dress, these mannerisms, they're a lie, Elend. It's like, yeah, she's a quality.
It's almost like she's like, she doesn't want to, I don't know. It's almost like she wants to be less than she is, which is kind of annoys me because she's such a badass.
Yeah.
It's like, just, you can be either. You can be a ska while you're being a noble woman. You can just mess people up, and I don't know. That kind of irked me. Where are we now, though?
And this is exactly where we are. Exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because at some point the conversation
changes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and Ellen even says clothing doesn't really change a man. It changes how others react to him.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't change who you are just because you're wearing a dress. It just, you do these things so you can get an upper hand on other people. It's not to define who you are.
It's nothing about you. It's to it's to level up you, who you already are, because you're already a badass. It's that next level.
Yeah. And then the
conversation
shifts.
Yeah, it shifts because it goes to Straff.
To Straff, my father was fond of ska brothels. I think he liked to know how he felt taking a girl, blah blah, all this time. It's like, it's like she says, I'm used to that. I grew up in, basically ska underground. So people of power in the ska underground the same way.
He says, how did you survive when they turned an eye towards you? And Vince says, I acted unimportant. I crawled on the floor, and when they passed and never gave them reason to challenge me.
Right.
And that was like major foreshadowing for their plan when they actually go and talk to. This is when she's confronting Elend.
Yeah, and
when you go talk to your dad. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's what he says. Yeah, when you talk to your dad, you need to act weak. The same way that's what I would have done. Like, you act weak. Let them have the upper hand. That way you can, negotiate the conversation from your stance as acting weak, even though you're stronger than you are.
Let them think he's bullying you into doing what he wants. He'll enjoy that.
Yeah. And then as they're riding,
they're in the carriage.
Yeah, there's an obligator You know, and they're like, that's how they're keeping this. That's how your dad's keeping everything together. You know, it's, yeah.
He's got managers.
Yeah. And and this is after, I guess at this point they've arrived and they're, you know, they're talking or whatever. And this is, and yeah, so sees the obligators, that kind of stuff. And Straff immediately starts making some quips. They immediately meet. He says, you know, cute little Mistborn you got there, Straff says. And, yeah, Finn flushes or whatever. And yeah, he says, and by the way, stop her from soothing me. tell your Mistborn to stop soothing me, my emotions. Yeah. And she whispers to him, like, he's good. I was being as subtle as I can manage, and he picked me out. And Elend's like, you know, he's also a 10-eye. He can pick up on these things. He's probably listening to you talk right now. Like, just shut up so he can get in there. So they're going for dinner. He just
starts tearing her apart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about the dinner.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Straff's being the pig. I mean, I don't think it's right away when he has this girl come in, but he has a girl that comes in and just looks like Vin. You know, to just I don't know, grossness, I guess, because you know he's an older man, has like a teenage, like not even like 15-year-old girl come in.
It's like, hey, Elend, you're my son. You've got Vin. This girl that I have is younger than Vin, and I'm older than you.
Yeah.
So look at what I can do.
Yeah.
And she's wearing like a red dress, and, you know, blah blah blah. It's a power move because they roll up and he's like, "Oh, I see you brought a girl. Let me show you my girl."
Yeah, and he also mentions, you know, like
little scuzzbag.
Yeah, and all the Scott servants around and whatever, and even Straff says something along the lines like, "I hope they're not relatives of yours. You know, I might have to execute a few later." You know. And Vin's just like, I'm not Ska anymore. I'm a nobleman. He just starts laughing at her like, you're still Ska. Like, I don't care what you say.
Yeah, like, he like throws one of them in handcuffs or whatever. It's like, no big deal. They're fine.
Yeah. And Elend starts to do little quips. He goes, "Oh, you got a beard now, Dad. Like, you know, what? I thought you were all about the fashion." He goes, "I am the fashion now, boy."
I dictate the fashion.
Yeah. And Straff's basically, let's get into business. Why are you here? He's like, I'm here to negotiate alliance. And he gets an alliance. What do you have to offer? Like, really? Like, Elend's like, well, you know, there's Set out there. I'm sure Set has you a little concerned. He goes like, no, not at all. Care less about Set. Like, you're just going to hand the city to me. This is what's going to happen. And there's no negotiation here. I don't understand why we're even here. Like, just give the gift. Go ahead and give it to me. And this is where Elend's like, no, but I've kept the, you know, I have ATM, you know, and I'll give you the ATM or whatever. And then Vince speaks out terms like, yeah, no, we don't have ATM. It's like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, why are you trying to do this? And like, I mean, he keeps like, I can just picture this moment of like just not talking out the plan beforehand, and then like just everything going to crap really fast. Like,
Elend's like, God damn it! Why'd you say that?
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
We don't have any ATM. That's the truth. Yeah, Vince says we don't have it. Straff turns because we never found it. Kelsey over through the Lord Ruler. We couldn't find any. And it's like, and Elend tries to like recover fast. Says, no, I actually do have it. Yeah, I have it. I just didn't tell her. I got it. Straff's like, no, you don't. It's just and then dismisses Vin's like, just leave us. We need to talk. Just alone. Dismisses the girl and then dismisses Vin as well. Like, yeah, you two. You need to get out of here. Just the two of us. And Vin's like, I'll just wait outside. And that's how we end this chapter. But definitely, I mean, I know we skipped over a lot of these little jabs, but it was
interesting bit. There's a lot of negotiation that goes on here between the ATM, but also with Set. because Elend is using Set as like, yeah, I mean, you can attack us, but even if you attack us, like Set's going to come up from behind and just totally destroy you guys.
Right.
So why don't you and I team up? There's like a multilateral play here of, okay, Straff thinks he can just come in and control Elend, get into Luthadel, and he's got the ATM, no problem after that.
Right.
But Elend is saying, you can't get into the walls without me. We got to defeat Set first outside the city walls, and then you can have your ATM, and you and I both control it. So it's like a multi-dynamic.
Right. You name me Arrogant. I'll give you this. I'll give you the city, but we have to destroy Set though, and then we together destroy Set, and you can have Luthadel.
And Straff just keeps going back to Elend. Shut the fuck up. You're my son. Get the hell in there. Let me in there with you. And he's like, well, I mean, I told my guards, even if I walk up to the city gates with you, not to let us in because that means I'm under your control. He's like, what? That's stupid. What are you doing? And it's a really, this scene is really, really, really interesting from a negotiation standpoint. It's like, whoa, okay. Elend has leveled up his negotiation skills, his speaking skills, dealing with his father. And then Set, the whole Set thing, fucking Breeze and Set. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and then don't they also drop? Is this when they drop? Hey, have you heard about that Koloss army, or is that
that's in chapter? That's in the last chapter. That's what we're about to get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
chapter 27.
Really interesting chapter for negotiation reasons.
Yeah.
So that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, chapter 27 starts with, let's be honest, boy, I'm this close to just having you killed and just being done with this. And I was like, you execute your own son? Straff just shrugs, like, I don't care, like, at this point. Like, it's like, you need me to help you fight Set. Okay. He's like, I've already have an alliance with Set, so I don't need you at all. Like, all Set wants is the ATM. Like, if we take the city together, he'll leave. So yeah, you got no negotiation there. And that's where he's just like, thinks he's bluffing. There's no way he'd make an alliance with an equal party, but then he changes, plays one of his trump cards. Like, what about the Koloss army, marching your way?
Yep.
And I don't think
Straff pause.
Yeah, I don't think Straff knew about this. I mean, even though it doesn't get brought up that much more, Straff actually pauses and thinks about this. He's like, oh, I didn't know about this complication kind of thing. He's like, if you want to take Luthadel before the Koloss gets here, let's fight Set, secure my legacy, and then you can have the city. It's pretty simple. And Straff takes a moment and says, no, I don't think so. No, I'll take my chance with Set. Yeah. He just keeps him turning him down, saying, no, not going to do it.
And secretly, that's Straff going, I hope that's not a real thing. Let's focus on what I know about.
Yeah.
Please don't let the Koloss army be a thing.
And all Elend's thing is weakness. I can't seem threatening. So, at that point, it's only a city. Well, why do you care so much? Does it even matter? Like, Straff immediately says, it's more in the city. It's the Lord Ruler city. This is like the center of everything. Like, it is that important.
And it's where our home was.
Exactly.
Where you kept your home.
Yeah. And Elend even says, hey, you're stronger than me. I can't stand up to you. And Straff even nods. He's like, you've impressed me. You wear proper clothing. You had a sworn mistress. You've maintained control of the city. He's like, you know what? I'm going to let you live. In exchange, you're going to give me Luthadel. And he's like, no, as soon as that's still, it's like, that's not how negotiation works. Like, you're used to going back and forth. Like, that's not how this works. Like, no, you're just going to give me the city. We're going to walk in together. This is when he says, we're going to walk in together. And it keeps going back and forth. Like, he's like, nope, that's not going to work either. You can't do that. They'll attack you as soon as you try to walk in. It goes back and forth here, but it's like, keeps on. I'll just say, we need to text that. We keep that, and he's no. So. Eventually,
this is when you feel a shift.
Right? What'd you say?
This is when you feel a shift from typically Straff is like just dominating Elend.
Yeah. Well,
And this is when you
it's
feel kind of like there's like no one has the advantage here. Elend is trying to like come up from behind, and Straff is still trying to maintain his dominance, but Straff is like kind of like having a back step here, and he's like, wait, hold on, Colossus Army, no, fuck that, like I still got this, and
yeah.
Elend's like, I don't know if you do, and he keeps like throwing these like small jabs. I
Yeah,
think this is where
and then
you
it
start to
eventually
see like
shifts.
Elend.
Yeah. Well, it shifts also from talking about negotiation to just, you know what, I'm going to kill you tonight, and I'm going to take your girl to my bed tonight. So I'm just gonna, it shifts to that, and Ellen just basically starts laughing. I was like, "You're an idiot! Like you're a pig." Starts calling him names. Like he shifts from being like the weak to like just laughing at him and mocking his dad. Like completely different conversation.
Well, that's such a low blow. Like that's like an act of desperation for Straff to be like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take your girl back and have my way with her. Like that's like you have nothing else to say other than like, oh, I'm just gonna go after your girl. And Ellen's like, do you know her? Like, good luck, dude.
Good luck.
Good
Exactly.
luck.
You are a pig father, a sick, disgusting man. You thought you were a brilliant leader, but you're barely competent. You nearly got our house destroyed. Only the Lord Ruler's own death saved you. Straff called for his guards. You might take Luthadel, Ellen said, but you'll lose it. You'll make a bad king. You'll be a terrible one. The Lord Ruler's a tyrant, but at least he was a genius. You're neither. You're just a selfish man that will use up all the resources and end up dead with a knife in his back. And he just starts laying into Straff, just like, yeah. Like,
dude, it's so awesome. That's such an awesome scene. It's like, fuck this. He's like, dude, fuck you, man.
Yeah. and at this point, the guards have come in, and Helen's not even scared about it at all. He just smiles. His dad says, "Kill me, father. And if you do it, you'll die too." And then we shift to Vin's point of view. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So Vin's outside listening to all this, and she's like, "Oh shit. He's standing up. Should I go in yet? No, I'm just gonna be cool. I'm gonna wait. You're a fool, father. I think you think I came here to negotiate. You think I'm willing to make a deal with someone just like you? I'll never submit to you." It's like, I brought my mistress with you. And then Straff starts laughing. He goes, "You threatened me with that little girl?" And he's like, "Oh, you underestimate her. There you go again, Dad. You don't even realize. You think that like someone that powerful like didn't just let you know that she was touching your emotion? She's still touching your emotion right now." And of course, Vin had the entire time. still soothing him the entire time, just very subtly. So she starts flaring it on the outside, and matching whatever Ellen was saying, all the different emotions. And Vin's just like on the outside, just doing exactly. And you can see immediately Straff's like, "Oh shit. Like, yeah, she is that powerful. Like nothing you've ever seen before." like she's. And then she even, flares, or I guess burns Duralamo and like flares away everything, makes him completely numb. Yeah.
At this point, Straff has called in his guards.
Yeah.
Because he's so
terrified.
He's so on the ready.
Yeah.
He's like, terrified. Guards, get in here. This guy, kill this guy, kill this man. But then Ellen the whole time is like you said, countering everything Straff has to say. And Straff's like, I don't know what to do because I think my son's right, but I'm scared. So I got my guards here, but I think I'm getting soothed. So I don't know what's happening. And meanwhile, Vin is actually outside of the tent, like working her magic on him.
Yeah. Of course. Then Billy.
That scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, you're saying that scene.
That scene. I mean, that scene was pretty epic. Like you got Ellen and Straff inside the tent, You've got Straff's guards who have now come in. They're ready. They're like the hounds, ready to be sicked on Elend. And
Right.
then on the outside of the tent, you got Van watching the shadows, kind of like, oh,
Right.
I'm listening. I'm also watching. Like, I'm gonna
Right.
soothe. I'm gonna push and pull. Very
Yep.
intense moments. Very
Yeah.
intense moment.
And as all this is happening, a familiar figure shows up. Good old Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
Yeah. He tries to sneak up on Finn, but Finn's just like, I can see you. Like, he's like, how come I can never sleep
Hello.
up in you? Gosh. I don't have enough hair to flip. Yeah. And they're still arguing inside as Zane and Vin start to talk. But yeah, basically, but Straff has still sending out threats, but like at this point, he's not ordering the kill at this point. So and I'll just say, yeah, kill me, you die too, and all your generals and your captains and your obligators. She'll slaughter everyone here, literally everyone. And Zane is like coming up, like talking to her at the same time. It's like, see, I told you. See what he's saying? He's using you. He's using you as a tool. Of course, Vin's like, he's bluffing Zane. He's never actually going to make me do all that. He's like, no, we're just tools. Like, that's exactly what he's doing. Like, he's using you. We're different. Don't be with him. So, any thoughts? Of course, Zane's not going to stop it either because Zane hates Straff too.
So I had thoughts here. Does anyone have a thought, Alan included? Could Straff hear the conversation between Zane and Van? I mean,
he's a
because earlier they talked about Straff as a 10-eye.
Mm-hmm.
Does he already know that Zane is out there talking to Van?
I don't know.
That was
good question.
I mean, because that could be a big problem.
It could be.
But Straff's just playing it off like it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they are talking quietly outside, but then again, 10 Eyes can hear a lot.
Yeah, so. I don't know. That was something I thought about.
Yeah.
What did Python say? Next up, a maple old fashioned. Oh, yeah. Talking about drinks here.
Yeah, talking about drinks. Tara was wondering the same thing, but his emotions were getting rocked as well. Yeah, good point, Tara. Yeah, I mean, at this point, like he's
under a lot of influence.
He's reeling. I think at this point he's concentrating so much on Elend because his entire emotions are being like, and at this point he can feel all his emotions going through like basically like the ringer, like just being like just ripped back and forth in every direction. And then it's not like it's even subtle at this point. It's very obvious, and it's meant to be obvious that like you are being controlled. But yeah,
that's what I'd like to think. That's what I'd like to think too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Zane, of course, can he ever understand the myths? Can he ever understand you? He loves me, Vin says. Is this he loves you? ? Zane asks, or does he love having you? Yeah, he's a good man. Good or not,
fucking Zane.
You aren't like him, Zane said. He can never understand us. Yeah.
Billy Zane.
Yeah, but then she looks at Zane's arms and sees all the scars. And she's like, you were at the pits of Hats then. And yeah, at this point, Zane turns and backs away and says, I understand you, Van, and then leaves.
He's like, don't talk about me. Don't talk about me like that.
Yeah. So after all this, actually, Straff lets Elend go. After having emotions rocked, realizing I think that he underestimated all of it. And I'm not sure if it's even that he underestimated, but his emotions are being rocked so much that he's just like, just get out of here. Like I can't even.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thoughts?
No. He lets him leave. I mean, that's pretty monumental. He lets him leave, which is like he was getting ready to kill him, and then thank God, Vin comes out of nowhere, and I mean, Straff's under this whole like, what the fuck? What's going on? It's just my son, but there's also he's got this Mistborn. Where is she? And then lets him leave. And it's like, whoa, we didn't think that Elend was going to get out of there alive, and now he's leaving.
And Straff's even a little confused.
Straff under the impression of like, what just happened? Like he's leaving with the upper hand. He's leaving with the upper hand because Straff's like, hold on, wait.
And after everything kind of settles, he's just like, what did I just do? Like, and Zane comes in, is like, you look like you've seen a ghost. And he's like, yeah, we need to change plans. Yeah.
He's like, kill them.
You need to kill all of them. Yeah, you're the girl.
Kill them all.
Kill them all. Like, kill the girl. Kill all of them. Like, this is too much. Yeah, and
this was pretty epic. It's a pretty epic scene.
Yeah,
and even Zane's like, you sure about that? Like, I don't know. Should we do that? Are you sure you can do that? Are you sure I can do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and Straff ponders on why he even did that, and ponders how powerful Vin is on the intelligence, because he gathers some intelligence from this Conjure spy. But I guess he just didn't realize how powerful it was until, like, basically, as your wife was saying, Tara was saying, she wiped away his emotions completely, which is crazy. Like, he is completely numb to everything. Like, just wiped away all emotions. Yeah, and that's when Straff's like, yeah, change of plans, kill Van. Yeah. In orders that we'll have Elementers to assist. So Straff says, yeah, we'll send a bunch of half Scott Mistine children to help a bunch of other kids that Straff had that have, elementary powers. all his kids,
true tools. And that's actually, that's an interesting point. I'm glad you brought that up, because that didn't stand out to me until right now, is that maybe that's why Zane views them as tools, is because Straff has these Mistings that he just kind of like is like, send the Mistings out. Yeah. Interesting. That just kind of came to me. Maybe that's where Zane gets that. Like, we're just peons in the army. We just go out and do shit when our Lord Ruler, needs us to do it.
Yeah. So anything from this? I mean, this is a little short scene where it's like, kill Vin, and then it switches back to Elend and Vin.
No, I mean, it was an epic scene right there. I mean, we've been waiting for this meeting to happen for fucking how many chapters now, and it finally happened. And
about half, literally about halfway through the book, it's
So it was a good outcome. Now I'm interested to see what happens next.
Yeah. So Elend sat back in the carriage, a little stunned that he's still alive, thinking he did it. And he turns to Vin, it's like, we did it, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I guess we did it. It's like, are you okay? It's because I killed the Lord Ruler, she said quietly. It's not it. It was Kelster's plan, the crew skill, it keeps going on. It's like, you make it sound trivial, Vin. It's not. You're a fantastic Elementer. And all the things he's saying, like, he's trying to talk her up, but, like, it's just playing right into what Zane had put into her head. Like, I'm just a tool for you. Like, so she's having these, I at least I got this impression that she's just, like, silent, having these, like, he is just using me. Like, it's what Zane said is tapping into her psyche. At least that's what I got from it. But I don't know if you had the same thoughts.
No, I don't know. I hadn't thought about it like that at all.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go on.
No, I mean, that's just, I just from her being silent and just being like, and him just like gushing about her, and she's just silently like, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay. So these scenes with Vin and Elend to me are, I just kind of tune out. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, fair enough.
I just kind of tune out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, can you guys just figure your shit out? Move on. I like the action.
Yeah.
I like the action.
Yeah. But yeah, and then they get back
I
to the
want
courtyard.
more fighting. We need more fighting.
No fighting stuff. Yeah. Well, they get back to the courtyard, and they said how things go, and just kind of worked, kind of got there. We didn't get alliance if that's what you're hoping for, but I think we bought some time. Breeze, of course, is there. Yeah.
Oh! I had a note.
Oh, okay. Go.
Oh shit! I gotta find it. Keep going. Hold on.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, Breeze. So they get back and they're talking to like Ham and Breeze and Docs and other people, and they're like all excited to see,
them return.
Van and Elend have returned, right?
Right.
And Breeze goes to Elend, my dear man, you went into the camp of the strongest king of the Final Empire and you threatened him. And Elend goes, yes, I did. And Breeze goes, brilliant.
That's awesome.
Breeze like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Elend's like, I know. I told my father he was going to let me leave his camp. He was going to leave Luthadel alone. Otherwise, I'd have been kill him and every general in his army.
Yeah.
Breeze is like, hell yeah, man. Go in there. Tell that motherfucker what's up.
Yeah.
Reckless. I thought about that selfie you sent me, Alan, of you and your miscloak earlier this week.
Yeah. There you go. And Breeze is like, yeah, should we have a celebration take place back in the palace? All this other stuff. They're all happy, but then as all this is going on, Doxson comes in and has a letter. Gives it to Elend. So this came from the assembly members a short time ago, Your Majesty. And Elend paused and took it, broke the seal, and says, what is it? He's like, I'm not sure, but I've already started hearing rumors. And sure enough, what it says is, Your Majesty, this notice to inform you that by unanimous vote, the Assembly has decided to invoke the Charter of No Confidence Clause, that you are no longer king, pretty much. Yeah.
You're out.
You're out. And he just turns and he just puts the letter down, and Ham's like, what does it say? He goes, I've just been deposed. And that's the end of part 2.
Right at the moment, you think that Elend is like,
on top of the world, yeah,
putting his money where his mouth is. The assembly is like, you're out.
Yep, but you're out. But not confidence. I just see, I see Star Wars. This is how democracy dies, even though it's not democracy, but with cries of joy from the Senate. The vote of no confidence.
Exactly. Yeah.
I call for a vote of no confidence.
You're doing a great job. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Yeah, exactly. So, and that's how we end part 2 with Elend being dethroned, at least by letter for the assembly. And we'll see what the implications of all that is coming up next time. So, yeah, fun
little section here.
Yeah. It's a fun little ending to. I say fun. It's an interesting ending. Let's put it that way.
I mean, dude, thank God they finally met with Straff.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been waiting on that for so long. Thank you, God. What did Skeeter say?
Now we have to move on to the next part of this of politics and figuring out how the hell are they going to continue on.
Yeah, you went and defended us. Thanks. Now what?
Yeah.
Skeeter said, well, you had a good run, buddy.
Yeah, you had a good run. But yeah, we're done here. Of course, Elend gets deposed in a Dear John letter.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Anything else from these chapters that I'm sure we skipped over a few things. We got the main gist of it, I think.
I hope. No, I think it
Yeah.
was. These were my 3 favorite chapters thus far in a while.
Thus far.
So
yeah.
We've
Even though there's not a lot of action, in these
finally.
chapters, but definitely, yeah.
But I mean, you're dealing with like significant powers, that being Straff and Elend, right? You finally figured out
Right.
what the hell Straff's up to, and he's a box of he is a unknown box of chocolates, and Ellen just went in there and just turned them all upside down and left them in the sunlight to melt. He was like, "Yeah, I got a Mistborn here. You don't know where she is, but she's fucking with you. So have fun with that. I'll go back into the city, and I'm ready when you are." I thought that was really cool.
Exactly.
There's a lot of question marks around the Straff camp right now, at least from like the leadership perspective.
Exactly.
But then you come back, and now Elend is like being overthrown by the Assembly. The Assembly is a bunch of ninnies, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I think Breeze and Docs and them are going to come in and tell them how to handle the Assembly. So,
Sure.
yeah, I mean, Vin. I'm just waiting for Vin to come in and step into the role that she's meant for. So, other than that,
Yeah.
all's good in the world.
All's good.
What did Tara say? Who's the spy?
Who's the spy?
Yeah.
You guys haven't predicted much. I mean, you are Alondo. I mean, I know Alondo doesn't like that plot point that much, but we've ruled out a lot of people who it could be.
So we've rolled out Spook now after these 3 chapters.
Yeah, we've rolled out clubs. I think at one point. I think we did at least. Maybe not clubs. We did Ham.
We rolled out Ham
and Breeze.
So that only leaves Docs, right? It leaves
Docs, Demu. There's a few other. Yeah.
Tindwell.
Oh, Tindwell.
Yeah. I mean, like, who the hell else? Docs? Like, I'm gonna say Docs. I mean, Docs is always like the thing low. I feel like maybe it's Docs.
The reader is the spy. Yeah.
Yeah, Tara, you're the spy.
Yeah.
No way.
Tara's the spy.
You're the Condra.
You're the Condra. You're married to a You're married to a bag of antlers. That's fun.
I already knew that, but yeah, it's confirmed.
It's confirmed. Awesome. Favorite character? Yeah, let's do it.
You go.
Oh, you want me to go first? Oh man, favorite character from these chapters. Who's my favorite character from these chapters? Ollie Oxenfree.
I'll go. I'm gonna go Elend.
Elend. Yeah.
Elend showed up as a badass. Yeah. Elend leveled up. Elend.
Yeah.
Elend came to play.
Yeah. The spies, the friends we met along the way.
What does that mean? Either you're the spy, you're the Condra.
We're all the spy. It's all the friends we met along the way. Favorite character really this chapter. I mean, yeah, Elend it's a good pick. I do like Elend this chapter. I mean, Vin's the other obvious one because Vin definitely did a great job here. Yeah, I mean, it's really an Elend and Vin centric. Breeze. I'm gonna pick Breeze. I'm back to my boy Breeze. My boy Breeze. I love my boy Breeze.
Breeze, who has like 2 lines.
Yeah, I mean, Clubs did awesome job too.
You went in there and threatened the king. Hell yeah.
Alondo's with Clubs using his general voice.
General voice.
Yeah. So yeah.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I still got the sniffles from this allergy attack, but yeah. So next time we'll be doing 4 chapters, though. So 28, 29, 30, 31. So 4 chapters coming up, which is actually less than what we had to read for these. So as far as word count. Even that's 4 chapters. And we'll get into
Yes.
part 3, which is called Kings.
King.
Yeah, that doesn't really tell us much. So looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, at some point, we'll maybe figure out who is the spy. Maybe we'll figure out how we're gonna get out of this pickle. And that's we'll see. But until next time, go ahead and follow us or check us out. thecosmicreads.com is our website. Has links to all our cool stuff. Kings is plural, I believe. Yeah, it's king. Never mind. It's not plural. It's just king. Part 3, king. I added the S in there. Sorry.
Singular.
It's just king. The next part's king. One king to rule them all.
Like T.I.
Yeah. T.I. So yeah, sorry, I added the S. That's my fault. But yeah, so cosmicreads.com, you can go there and find links to all our cool stuff like our Discord. You can find our merchandise. Go check that out. We do have some merch. You can also find links to Discord, to Patreon, to all the ways to support us. We'd appreciate it a whole lot if you do, because it definitely helps us with all sorts of things that the channel needs, such as paying for stuff. But yeah, so that's all I got for this week. So until next time, guys, are you gonna do Ska Stink for us, or just do the
Ska, stank, fresh. Alando.